and the Philadelphia Eagles. For the right to head down to New Orleans for Super Bowl 58, it's NFC Championship time. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. The play fake. Huntley. Throw right side taken in by the tight end Bryant. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Off play action. Huntley. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Well, certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Huntley. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And it's taken in at the 9. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big play there for Philly.
Well, big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event, not getting to them early.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. Finding room to the 20. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big pickup there on the run. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. He'll try again. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Eagles touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles have struck first in this NFC title game. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing again, Huntley. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Huntley. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Ross. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 55 rushing yards rushing now as he's looked good here in this opening quarter of the NFC Championship. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Back to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Adams, 60 yards. And the Eagles are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Into the secondary past the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Hubbard. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he will take it across across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Touchdown, Carolina. Tommy Trimble, 39 yards. And the Panthers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Pride. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down on the 37. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track. We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, Huntley. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on third down. Huntley. And he's going to go down. The second play, 30. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
They're just going to run it here up the middle. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coach...
Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
56 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Off the play fake. Huntley. He's going to look deep for more. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. This is McCaffrey. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught. A big play there for Carolina. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Kene Nwangu taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Panthers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
They'll keep it on the ground. Ross. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now. Back to throw here. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Buying time to his left. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. And we're in the 3rd quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Back to throw again. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he's in. The Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles get a score closer.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
good on the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
The 71 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Off-play action. Huntley. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession, gigantic. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You can have the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but
pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. On first down, this is McCaffrey. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really...
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
He's got a first down past the 30. And he'll be out right at the 35. 84 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
He'll drop to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Again, he'll drop to throw. From left side, it's complete. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. They'll look to throw again. He's going to look deep for Watkins.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. It's caught here by Adams. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
They'll try and run for it. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He'll buy some time right. Open space inside the 10. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. John Ross taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Huntley to throw.
Steps away to his left. And now a fumble. The ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. That one looks like he'll throw here. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. 30 yards.
And the Panthers are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this isn't how they mapped out this AFC Championship game on their home turf, but it has been rough sledding pretty much from the start and on into this 4th quarter.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw here on first down. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.